Whew. Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally does not work. Man, I can't believe we are knee deep in April already. This is already the fourth month of the year. Hard to believe how quickly this year is going by. We are 3 weeks away from tonight, the beginning of the draft. Wow. Wow. Can't believe it. This year, the draft is going to be different than last year. Last year being different than any other draft before because of COVID, where the players were all at home, which I thought was actually a nice touch. I thought it was actually kind of cool being here and live streaming during the draft. We're going to be doing that this year as well. And the draft is the biggest way that a team will change, for the better or for the worse. You've seen teams that have sold all out for a guy to turn around and miss on that guy and literally set the franchise back. You've seen teams find great players that they weren't expecting to get. I mean, when Seattle drafted Russell Wilson in the third round, they did not think that they were going to have their franchise quarterback there. Yet, he came in as a rookie, beat out the big money free agent quarterback that was in front of him, and has started for him ever since. It's the crazy thing about the draft. We see all the experts that are out there that are telling you he's a can't miss player. He's the best player in the draft. He's going to be great. You know, the Mel Kipers and everything else. But those guys, yeah, those guys. The way you went in the draft, as I continue to look at this, I'm trying to think of how many times we've seen major shifts in positions to reach to get a guy. I think about Stephen Jones saying, he said something that was very, very important when you think about it. And it makes complete sense. It's almost like Captain Obvious. But he said, when you're trying to fill a need, when you know that you're desperate for something, sometimes the guys airplane going over. When you're trying to fill a need, sometimes you start looking at guys, and because you have a need, you start thinking that they're better than they may actually be. That was Taco. We looked around. DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't DeMarcus Lawrence. In fact, DeMarcus Lawrence, you had to start thinking about, is this guy a bust? Because he just had back surgery coming off of a 4-game suspension and a 1-sack season. And you sat there and you said, we need some edge rushers. And you looked at Taco and said, you know, he's got the length that we like. You know, he's really raw, but, you know, we can make something out of him. Never mind that T.J. Watt was after him, but be that as it may, the Cowboys reached for that guy because they were desperate. And that's the same thing with quarterbacks. We figured out that, you know, in the mock draft, the first 3 are going to be quarterbacks. And now we're hearing that the Cowboys allegedly have talked to Atlanta Falcons about moving up. We've heard that allegedly New England has talked to Atlanta about moving up. I understand that people think that Kyle Pitts is a generational tight end. I get that. But if you have to trade up to get a tight end, when you have a defense that's ass, you'd probably have to give up 3 picks to move up. I'm sorry. That would be the dumbest thing in the world to move up to take a tight end. Now don't get me wrong. If it ends up being Kyle Pitts is there when you draft a 10, okay, fine, I understand that. At least we're just putting that 1 pick. Maybe in the second round we look at, or maybe we package up the second and third and we jump back into the first. And you get a J.C. Horn. Okay, that makes some sense. Or maybe you get Christian Barmore. Okay, you trade back up and you get, okay, I'd be cool with that. But if you're telling me I got to trade up and the only thing I'm going to be able to get is Kyle Pitts, and that means I got no second round pick, and maybe I lose one of those thirds, I'm sorry, dog. This team needs a lot more than just Kyle Pitts. Maybe if you had done more on the defense, maybe if you'd done a KJ Wright, or maybe you've done my man, the defensive tackle from Seattle. Maybe if you'd signed, I could be all on board on that, because at least you've done some things to improve that. We right now have Kansas City style offense. We can score some points, but we can't stop nobody. And somebody pointed out when I said that we ain't got Kansas City's defense, they said Kansas City's defense is not that great. Yeah, but they're a lot greater than the Dallas Cowboys. What I'm hoping for, praying for, is that this is just some of the Jerry Jones trying to grab some headlines and get some extra play for the draft. Oh my God, the Cowboys might move up, to stay relevant in the draft. Because they don't talk about the Cowboys as much as they used to anymore. They really don't. After Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, of course it's Tom Brady and, his $2 million yacht party. And we talk about, Carson Wentz going to the Colts and, talk about other players getting, big play Slay wants to change his number. They talk about all those other teams now like they used to talk about the Cowboys. And Jerry Jones is probably like, hey, where's the love? But remember, this is a Dallas Cowboy team for the first time ever lost some primetime games to the Browns and the Giants. That's got to hurt. So maybe this whole thing is Jerry Jones putting out there that, I really like me some Kyle Pitts. I might just trade up or just to get everybody's eyes back on Jerry. Cowboys, they're the wild card. Will they trade up, take Kyle Pitts, mess up the whole draft board? No, they're not going to do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. This draft can't get here soon enough so we can get this out the way. I think that this is because you don't really want people to know who you're trying to move up and draft. You don't. This is baffle them with some more bullshit. That's what this is. This is the Cowboys are interested in trading Dak Prescott to Seattle for Russell Wilson. This is the Cowboys are interested in trading Dak Prescott, for Deshaun Watson. Great talk. Definitely makes them relevant. Puts them in the conversation. But has no chance in hell in happening. So, that being said, I'm going to get my behind on up out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Shout out to Big Wizzy on the carne asada seasoning. I got to try some more of the rubs, but it was good. It was real good. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys and you ladies. I'll see you in the morning.